Black Friday has come and gone, however, today is Cyber Monday, and we have some great PlayStation 4 game deals still available, and actually, some of these deals are even better than what you guys saw at Black Friday, so figure that one out. Really, it comes into effect if you have a Best Buy Gamers Club Unlocked membership, as a lot of these deals are coming from Best Buy. A lot of these resemble the deals we saw at Black Friday, however, now for whatever reason, they are accepting GCU on top of these deals, so you can get some absolutely ridiculous deals. Remember, Gamers Club Unlocked is a subscription service that Best Buy no longer offers. However, if you do have it, you save an additional 20% off of the prices that we're gonna mention. Also, there are a couple of other really good deals on Amazon and Walmart, and a great deal on an external hard drive, which is becoming more and more necessary if you do have a PlayStation 4. So without further ado, let's get right into it, and I do want to mention the deal on the external hard drive right away. This isn't one of the 10, however, with games like Red Dead Redemption 2 and Marvel Spider-Man and all these games taking up so much storage space, you're probably gonna need more than 500 gigabytes or even a terabyte that a lot of the PS4s come with, so why not pick up a 4 terabyte hard drive available right now at Best Buy for $79.99. That's $120 off its initial price point, and 4 terabytes of extra storage is gonna be plenty to store all your games, and considering games like RDR2 are clocking it at around 90 to 100 gigabytes, you have games like FF15 Royal Edition being very big. Again, Marvel Spider-Man is huge. These games are just getting bigger and bigger, and if you're the kind of guy like me where you like to have all your games installed at once and don't have to finagle around uninstalling this game, installing that one, then having an external drive definitely helps out, and $80 for a 4 terabyte drive is definitely worth it. Now, moving on from that, let's look at all of the different game deals available, and we'll go over all of the non-Best Buy deals first. First up, over at Walmart.com, they've got Horizon Zero Dawn Complete Edition, a digital download, and it is available for $9.99, so a great price on Horizon Zero Dawn. It's hard to find the physical version of this game available for $20, so digitally to get it for $10. Do remember that the Complete Edition includes the base game and the Frozen Wilds expansion, so a lot of content for your money, and Horizon Zero Dawn is widely acclaimed to be one of the better PlayStation 4 exclusives. Hard to say it's the best, but it's definitely a great one, and Guerrilla has set a fantastic foundation to what could be a very big series for Sony. Definitely give this title a look. $9.99 for an email delivery for a digital download code is well worth it.
Have forsaken us.
We don't need spirits. We need answers. Track this evil to its source, and we can kill it.
A demon that frenzies the machines? How do you kill that?
It's kind of my specialty.
Moving on from that, Walmart.com has also got Titanfall 2 down to $5.77. That's a fantastic deal on Titanfall 2. This game is regularly available pretty cheap, but the physical copy usually does run from like $9 to $15. Now to get it for $5.77, that is insane. Digitally, usually this game is available for $5.99, so it's not like you're getting a gigantic savings on top of that. Next up and lastly of the non-Best Buy deals, Wolfenstein 2 The New Colossus is available on Amazon right now, $14.99, which is an incredible deal on Wolfenstein 2, a great single-player first-person shooter that does span from 10 to 12 hours. I've said before that I would recommend you to play the first game if you want to get the entirety of the story, but Wolfenstein 2 does have like a 7-ish minute recap video, and if you just want a quality first-person shooter from a gameplay standpoint, Wolfenstein 2 will have you covered aplenty, and $14.99 is without a doubt the cheapest I've seen for a new copy of this game, so definitely worth a shout at that price point.
The powers that be, then you are one of us.
Moving on from that, let's go over all of the Best Buy deals, and some of these deals are absolutely insane, especially if you have GCU and you can stack it with it. You're getting some incredible deals, so I'll mention the non-GCU price as well as the GCU price. Starting things off, Dragon Quest XI Echoes of an Elusive Age. It's got its Black Friday price of being 50% off. $29.99 for this game is already incredible, but then saving an additional 20% will knock it down to $24, and that price for DQ11 is ridiculous. This is one of the best JRPGs this generation. Do think it falls a little bit bit short of the quality of, say, Persona 5, but it's up there with the top 3 to 5 JRPGs of this generation. A great game, traditional JRPG mechanics, but a great cast of characters and story here in Dragon Quest XI, and if you do have GCU, $24 for this game is insanity. Next up, Hitman 2 is also quickly diminishing in price. It is 50% off for $29.99, and once again with GCU, you will get it for $23.99. Hitman 2 is a game that it looks like didn't do all too well from a commercial standpoint. I was predicting that going in. It seems like the first Hitman title back in 2016 of this generation really did some damage to the Hitman as a franchise, but Hitman 2 is quite a good game. If you paid $59.99 for it just a few weeks ago, man, do I feel bad for you. This game isn't even 2 weeks old, and it's 50% off and an additional 20% off with a GCU subscription. Kinda goes to show why a game like this is not worth buying on launch day, and rather, you're saving 50%. That's kinda crazy. Next up, we have Shadow of the Tomb Raider. Once again, for its standard Black Friday price at $29.99, GCU will knock off 20% and you will get it for $23.99. Shadow of the Tomb Raider is another game that, while it is very, very good, didn't seem to fare all too well from a commercial standpoint, and the price has quickly been diminishing. I do foresee this game getting even cheaper as we head into the new year. I could very well see this game being at a flat $19.99 by early next year, and I could see Square Enix roll out like a Game of the Year edition, because this is a game that's going to have a ton of DLC content, so if you can wait out on Shadow of the Tomb Raider, it's probably best to wait. However, if you've been itching to play the game, it is a high quality game, and if you enjoyed Rise of the Tomb Raider, it directly builds upon that, and while the story isn't anything to write home about, I thought they got the gameplay fundamentals down to a T with Shadow of the Tomb Raider, and overall a pretty good game that now you're getting it for this cheap. I would say it's worth it. Next up, Monster Hunter World is available for $19.99 with GCU. You will get it for a measly $15.99. That is an insane deal on Monster Hunter World. With GCU, you're paying nearly 25% of its initial asking cost, and this game's not that old. It released earlier this year, back in January, but Monster Hunter World was widely well received as an excellent game, still a frontrunner for Game of the Year. I mean, it's up there with games like Red Dead Redemption 2 and God of War. This is a very accessible Monster Hunter experience while still offering a ton of content and the great gameplay fundamentals that you know and love about Monster Hunter, while also being a little bit more accessible than other titles. $20 for this was already a no-brainer. If you have GCU, $15.99 is an absurd deal that I would take advantage of. Also, another fantastic deal, Overwatch Legendary Edition is down to $19.99. That's $40 off of its initial $59.99 price point, and then GCU will knock it down to $15.99 as well. Overwatch has been one of the standout multiplayer experiences all of this generation, up there with games like Rainbow Six Siege. It has had a lot of lasting power, and there's still a significant community behind this game. However, at this point, if you do hop on Overwatch, do expect to play some people that know what they're doing. They are very good at this game, but still a reasonably accessible first-person shooter with a lot of depth in its gameplay. While being accessible, there's also a lot of nuances, and with all of the different heroes, you know there's quite a bit of depth to this game, and now that it's available for $20, $15.99 for GCU subscribers, and that it's the Legendary Edition, coming with a bunch of additional content, would say this is well worth it. If you're a first-person shooter guy, you've probably already checked it out, but if you've been on the fence, now's the time to check out Overwatch. And speaking of first-person shooters, without a doubt, the biggest first-person shooter of 2018 from a marquee standpoint was Call of Duty Black Ops 4. That is down to $44.99 at Best Buy, but with GCU, you get it for $36. I do believe that's the best price you could have gotten Black Ops 4 for. I do think at some point it was like $38 on Amazon, but $36 with a GCU subscription is really good, and Black Ops 4 has generally been pretty well received. Yes, it doesn't have a single-player campaign, but if you're buying Call of Duty, that's probably not the reason you're picking it up. I mean, you're probably not buying a $36 game for, you know, a 6-hour campaign. So for the majority of you guys, I think that should be fine, and the multiplayer aspects of this game are fantastic, from the traditional multiplayer, the zombies mode is great, and of course the Blackout Battle Royale component has added a lot of longevity to the game, and if you want a first-person shooter with some longevity, I think Black Ops 4 is going to be that title for you. And lastly, we do have Soul Calibur 6, which is down to $34.99. I do believe that's the cheapest price Soul Calibur 6 has been. I don't think anywhere reduced the cost to sub $30. However, with GCU, you will save an additional $7, so you do get it for $28. $80. Soul Calibur 6 is a fantastic fighting game. A lot of people are saying that this is one of the best Soul Calibur games ever. Of course, if you do want to get really good, there's a lot of depth to this as a fighter, and with Geralt making a presence, with Nier Automata 2B making a presence, there's a lot of fan favorites as a PlayStation gamer showing up in Soul Calibur 6, and I could understand if you're not super into fighters why $59.99 might have put you off a little bit, but now $35 for this title, and $28 as a GCU subscriber, a perfect price to pick up Soul Calibur 6, especially considering it's still a relatively recent release, only came out a little over a month ago. And that's gonna conclude this video, guys. Again, a ton of great deals available, not necessarily as a part of Cyber Monday, but hey, it's Cyber Monday today, so we'll just call these Cyber Monday deals. I really would recommend, for those of you guys that pick up a lot of games, get that external hard drive. Games are just getting bigger and bigger, and you're gonna need more storage space, and probably with a hard drive like this, you'll be able to use it with the next generation of consoles as well, so that should be perfectly fine. And 4 terabytes of storage space for $80, you just plug it in and it's good to go. That is a winner to me, and of course all of those great game deals as well. Still a lot of good options for all of you guys looking to snag some great deals. Links to everything will be in the description box down below. As always, sound off with all of your thoughts in the comments section down below. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.